Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news is coming from Comerica Park, where Tigers general manager Al Avila has made it official. Manager Brad Ausmus is out. He's talking live right now. Let's listen.
I'll just speak from there. It's not like I'm going to write a speech out. Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Always happens on live television. We'll let our crews get ready for a moment and we can repeat exactly what happened. Bernie, we'll toss it to you. I know you're ready to go. What did he say?
Yeah, well, Brad Ausmus is not going to be back as manager of the Tigers. That's 4 seasons here. He made the playoffs in his first year, but he is out. The decision was made several days ago. He said he's known about it for a couple of days, but he is going to stay on as manager and finish out the year with 9 games left. We've got highlights of the Tigers. They took a team picture today, and Brad Ausmus was part of the team picture along with Chris Ilitch, who, of course, is running the organization now. But Al Avila made the decision, and a short time ago he explained it.
Obviously, we will not be bringing him back for next season. I've talked to Brad, I've talked to the staff, I just talked to the players and informed them. Brad will stay on for the remainder of the season, which is October 1st, obviously, along with the staff, and work throughout the end of the season.
I'm completely comfortable with it. I've enjoyed my time thoroughly. You know, I thank Mike and Marion Illich and Chris Illich. They've been tremendous to me as a player and now as a manager.
I don't have regrets. I really believed in, and I still believe in Brad. I think just I think maybe the regret is that we were not able to make enough adjustments to the club to make it better.
All right, that is Al Avila. So the decision's been made. Brad Ausmus is going to finish his 4th year here, but that is going to be it. And then, of course, there's probably going to be a complete cleaning here, and Al Avila will bring in his manager and his entire staff. So everything's going to change here at Comerica with the Tigers. But the story today is Brad Ausmus will not be back for year 5 with the Tigers. Karen, Kimberly, back to you.
Okay. Bernie, I do have to ask, what's your perspective on this? I mean, obviously they had a dismal season, but what was the tipping point? Obviously the past few weeks the Tigers have not been showing up.
Well, I think really the truth is they're going into a young team. They're rebuilding, and I think they just want to get somebody else in who hasn't been here at the high of the heights. I mean, he didn't make the playoffs the last 3 years, but the first year was there. He had superstars everywhere, and that's not going to be the situation here for long, and the way it was before. So I think that's really, they just want their own guy to build from the ground up.
Okay, big news coming out of Comerica Park today. Bernie, we'll talk to you a little bit later in the show. We appreciate it.
Our other top story tonight, the man accused of killing the retired Marine known as Chef Doug has been ordered to stand trial.
That decision comes following a day of revealing testimony in court. Let's get to Jamont Terry live tonight. Jamont, there are so many aspects to this case.
Yeah, revealing testimony, no doubt, Kimberly. Today in court, we learned that Chef Doug was murdered allegedly because he was unhappy with paid sexual favors from a teenage girl. And when it all came down to it, while demanding his $50 back for those services, he was shot dead. Trayvon Baskerville back in court listening as prosecutors present evidence into the murder of Chef Doug Calhoun. The ex-Marine apparently came to Baskerville's house back in June to engage in a sex act with Baskerville's girlfriend for money. That teenage girl testified Calhoun wanted more than just oral sex.
Like, he kept asking why not. I told him no, everything is with a condom.
An argument ensued and the witness testified Baskerville came into the room with a gun.
Did you see gunshots or did you hear them?
I saw.
Okay. Was it more than one time that Trey shot Doug?
Yes.
The witness went on to say she helped Baskerville move Calhoun's body out of that house.
Where does Trey put the body?
Into the dumpster.
Okay. Do you help him do that?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was scared.
Calhoun was missing for weeks. His family held many search efforts throughout the summer, but a tip to Crime Stoppers led police to a house where Calhoun was dumped on the west side. Prosecutors also played an audio of Baskerville from jail. He called his girlfriend, insisting she not talk to police.
Can you hear me, baby? Yeah. Before I let anything happen to you, I would take everything. You hear me? I'd take all the charges. before any other. Don't you get scared and do anything.
That led the judge to bound this case over for trial.
And it was determined that Calhoun was shot 3 times inside Baskerville's house, according to prosecutors. Now, if convicted on all of these charges, Baskerville could face life in prison. Reporting live in downtown, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont, thank you.
Well, fall arrived just about an hour ago, but you would swear it's mid-August with this heat.
I know, and the humidity, too. Andrew's in for Ben tonight. Andrew, it's going to stay a while like this for a while.
Certainly will. Happy fall, happy autumn, everyone. The autumnal equinox was at 4:02 this afternoon, just over an hour ago, and temperatures were around 90 degrees, still around 90 right now, so feeling like late July instead of late September. 90 degrees currently. That's up 1 degree for our friends over in Pontiac. Still at 90 over in Lapeer, 92 in Flint, while it's 87 over at Metro Airport. Now, with all the heat and some of the humidity, got some showers and thunderstorms occurring here. This time, instead of north of 8 Mile in the Flint area like yesterday, it's out toward Jackson, also Hillsdale County, the extreme northwest end of Lenawee County. But all these showers and a couple of thunderstorms are staying right about where they are. And I think they'll stay in place as we go through the rest of this afternoon. 87 right now as you look live at Comerica Park. Feels like 91. That's right. We're talking about the heat index. We're also talking about records. Not near a record today, although off by a few degrees, but 89 is the record both tomorrow and on Sunday. We'll get close to it. We'll talk about the weekend heat and how long it lasts into next week coming right up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. New this evening, Senator John McCain says he will not vote for the Republican bill repealing Obamacare. The senator's statement deals a big blow to the last chance GOP measure in a showdown expected next week. McCain, an Arizona Republican, says that he can't back the measure because, quote, we could do better working together, Republicans and Democrats.
President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un traded a new set of insults today after the president's speech at the UN General Assembly. This as the president dismisses the latest development in the Russia investigation. Blaine Alexander has it all covered from the White House. Blaine?
Kimberly, a senior North Korean official says that the country may take action by testing a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific Ocean. More shots fired today in the growing war of words.
Immense promise.
President Trump today tweeting out the most upbeat excerpts from his UN General Assembly speech, notably missing
totally destroy
his sharp threats to North Korea and Iran, today getting response from both countries. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un calling the president a frightened dog, mentally deranged, and a dotard, a senile old person. The president blasting back on Twitter, vowing Kim will be tested like never before.
I think this is a major mistake. You want the rest of the world to be with us, but you don't want to convey a sense that we're going to just trade word for word against him.
And Iran parading a new ballistic missile, announcing plans to boost its military capabilities.
That deal is an embarrassment.
This after President Trump threatened to pull out of the Iran nuclear deal, something critics say could hurt potential talks with North Korea.
Why on earth would North Korea come to the table if the president has signaled that he's not willing to stand up and enforce diplomatic agreements?
President Trump also on the offensive today against the latest turn in the Russia investigation, as Facebook agrees to turn over more than 3,000 ads believed to be linked to Russia's meddling in the 2016 election.
And when we recently uncovered this activity,
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg saying the company is taking steps to help protect future elections. President Trump again dismissing what he calls the Russia hoax.
And Facebook says it will keep working with the government to understand the full extent of Russian interference and hopefully help stop it from happening again. At the White House, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Blaine. The Obama-era guidance on how schools should be handling sexual assaults has been officially rescinded.
Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos made it official this afternoon. The Department of Education also released a new Q&A statement emphasizing rights and opportunities to both parties in sexual assault investigations. Policy was changed due to what the department calls lack of due process for people accused of sexual assault.
Take a look at this, or what this used to be anyway, a motorcycle club over in LYON Township. It was burned to the ground this morning. Well, now investigators are trying to figure out who broke in and also if they're also to be blamed for this fire. It happened early this morning in LYON Township on Milford Road, and as Nick Monticelli reports tonight, if you remember, this is the second motorcycle club fire this week.
Good evening. What I'm standing in front of is what used to be the Scorpions Motorcycle Club here in Lyon Township. It was a pretty big building, and the building it was attached to was also now destroyed. But your memory does serve correctly. This is the second motorcycle club that is now burned to the ground.
It was just a very large ball of fire, probably 20, 30 feet in the air.
Those in Lyon Township woke up to something they'd never thought they'd see. And this fire didn't just damage the Scorpions Motorcycle Club, it destroyed it. The fire sparked around 6:15 this morning, and likely not by accident. Oakland County investigators say this Bobcat was stolen from a work site about half a mile away, and then
they went into the side of the building, used it to ram into the building and drive right in to use the Bobcat for the safe because obviously it was too heavy for anybody to carry.
And the safe was only about $150. Investigators now are trying to figure out if this fire was started to cover up the robbery. But they, like most of you, have the same memory. Remember Street Royalty, a motorcycle club on Detroit's west side, exploded on Wednesday morning. Investigators don't usually believe in coincidences. That's why the ATF is investigating this Lyon Township fire as well.
They wanted to come out just to make sure that that wasn't the case out here, and to check and see if there was any correlation between the two fires.
The Scorpions chapter president, though, does not think the two are related.
There's no inner war going on or nothing. I mean, everybody's trying to get along.
In Lyon Township, Nick Botticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick. By the way, a garage on the property was also broken into. Police weren't sure if anything was taken, though. The Scorpions Club tells us they do have insurance and they will rebuild. Much more ahead here at 5. Sean.
Only on Local 4, a case of illegal scrapping in Detroit, but it begins here in White Lake Township.
Incidents like these, they're disturbing.
A White Lake man hit with multiple felonies for his work in Detroit, and we have video of him in action.
All right, Sean, and it may be years before things are back to normal. New here at 5, an up-close look at the devastation and the critical piece of infrastructure that may take up to a year to get working again.
I'm Mara McDonald. Over the last 24 hours, 22 law enforcement agencies have been blanketing Metro Detroit.
How long have you been using heroin?
Like 11 years.
11 years.
Operation Smackdown, the target, opioids.
And if you're just joining us, we are following breaking news from Comerica Park. Brad Osmus is out as Tigers manager at the end of the season. General Manager Al Avila made the announcement before tonight's game. Bernie will have more reaction from Avila live from Comerica Park ahead in sports.
New at 6.
An historic Detroit church battling back from damage caused by Mother Nature. Why tonight will be a celebration many feared would not happen.
Plus, there's more trouble brewing at the home where investigators found children living in filthy conditions earlier this week. We have an update on the cleanup and the status of those kids.
Over the last 24 hours, 22 different law enforcement agencies have been blanketing Macomb County in what's being called Operation Smackdown.
A coordinated effort to try to put dealers of heroin and other opioids out of business and give those hopelessly hooked some help. Local 4 cameras were rolling as police went out, and our Mara McDonald is at the Roseville Police Department with the results. Mara?
You know, behind this door is all of the stuff that was confiscated last night. The guns, the drugs, the money. We're going to get to that in a minute. But first, do you want to see what it's like to try and combat this opioid problem from a law enforcement perspective on the street? Come along.
Yeah, we got one. They're passing you now on the right.
Most of these officers work undercover, so we're not showing faces, but there are 22 agencies working out here right now.
What we're doing, we have residences or houses targeted east side of Detroit, just south of the 8 Mile Road corridor, and we're watching these different houses. We're trying to develop enough probable cause.
It is a never-ending battle. Take down one drug house and another one opens for business. Right now, the officers we're with are tracking a woman stopping near one of these drug houses and walking on foot to get heroin. They watch it all go down and then make their move. In so many ways, this woman's story is the same one they hear every single day.
You don't look too good. What's going on?
Nothing. She mumbles, lies unconvincingly because she's high, and then finally...
The guy that's at the house there, he wouldn't let me leave the house until I did it there. I swear to God to you on that, because he doesn't know me. He made me do it there at the house. I swear to God.
So you did the heroin inside the house?
This woman, one of 187 arrested, and she'll have access to help and rehab through the courts, but she's been there before.
How long have you been using heroin?
Like 11 years.
11 years. You made it this long, you've been lucky.
Very lucky.
Take a look at just a sample of what was confiscated.
I've been in this almost, 37 years now, and this is the worst narcotic problem I've seen in my career. And I spent a good portion of my career fighting narcotics. So, again, it's a cultural problem that we have to change our culture.
Back here live, one of the first things that the chief says would really help out, if you have leftover opioid prescription pain pills from, say, a surgery or something, and they're just sitting around your house, get rid of them, because they almost always seem to end up in the wrong hands. Kimberly, Karen, back to you.
So, Mara, when can we expect to see more efforts like this one?
Well, this one takes time to plan, but I will say this, don't be surprised if you see more of these undercover guys on the street tonight. Back to you.
What they're doing is huge. Okay, Mara, we appreciate it. It's interesting seeing it firsthand there, what's happening.
Her story is sad.
Right.
11 years.
11 years.
We hope and pray for her and many others afflicted.
Yes, definitely. Andrew's joining us, and it's the weekend, and Kim and I were talking like
people got paid.
I have a feeling
it's sunny outside.
It's going to be a crazy night.
That's right. A lot of people got stuff planned too.
You know who's paying for dinner?
No,
right?
Gotta work.
No, that's okay. I'm paying. All right, we're looking at sunshine out there. The bottom line is, as they were alluding to, everyone's happy. Nearly everyone, even with hot and sticky conditions like this. 87 degrees right now, but it feels like 91. You're looking live at Comerica Park. You still have the Tigers game tonight, taking on the Twins. Winds out of the south at around 9 miles per hour. Remember, even though it's late September, the first day of fall began at 4:02. Stay hydrated. Make sure you stay cool. Make sure the kids have plenty of water to drink as well, whether they're going out to the ball game tonight or doing anything else outdoors. We still have Hurricane Maria that we're talking about. Just going past Turks and Caicos, still pounding that island, even though it didn't make a direct hit, still with winds of 125 miles per hour. It's going to move more to the north, become a Category 1 storm weakened by early and mid next week. Then it's a coin toss as to where it may go. It may go east or west. Jose is actually slowing down and actually dissipating. So instead of steering it to the east, it may continue farther north and may be a threat to New England. There's a new hurricane layer on our local forecasters app, so download it now. You can track hurricanes yourself, just like us here in the weather office. We're looking at 90 degrees currently for our friends in Pontiac. Again, a little closer to home, 92 in Pinckney, and still holding on to 90 degrees over in Adrian. But you factor in that humidity. Even on the first day of fall, it feels like it's in the low, and earlier today, mid-90s. 93 is the heat index over in Port Huron. It feels like 94 over in Flint. That's why it's important to stay hydrated. Not much in the way of showers and thunderstorms here. You have some still erupting here in Hillsdale County and in Jackson County, but they're basically staying where they are. If you're on the western edge of Lenawee County, you're getting some rain showers right now. Always be careful if there's any lightning outdoors. But chances are most areas remain dry as we go through this evening. But all areas still remain hot as we go through the entire weekend. Jose, which is right here, it's going to dissipate off the coast of New England, but it acts like a barrier to anything pushing this heat out of the way. So it's almost like a traffic jam in the atmosphere. So that's one of the reasons why the hot weather is here to stay all the way through Sunday, even Monday. So 66 degrees overnight, fair skies, mild and warm, with temperatures that will fall into the middle and upper 60s in your neighborhood as well. Sunset this evening is at 7:30. During the day tomorrow, we zoom right back into the 80s again as early as noontime. 88 to 89 degrees, getting closer to a record tomorrow afternoon. Possibly tying that record on Sunday with a high of 88 to 89. Even in the evening on Saturday, big football games happening. You got the Spartans taking on Notre Dame. 80s over in East Lansing, even during the evening, so stay hydrated there. And 80s all the way through next Wednesday. Doesn't feel like fall till about a week from today.
Okay,
we'll enjoy it.
Thanks, Andrew. Let's check in with Dr. McGeorge.
Fall is officially here, but you certainly can't tell from the temperature. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. See why the wacky weather is sending a lot of people to the doctor this week.
But first, bombshell testimony in court. What one witness says the state's health chief did not do after hearing about the Legionnaires' outbreak in Flint. That's next.
A second day of testimony is underway for the state health chief charged with involuntary manslaughter in connection with the Flint water crisis. Nick LYON is accused of failing to alert the public in a timely manner about a Legionnaire's outbreak. The head of infectious disease for Henry Ford Health System testified yesterday LYON's response about the danger of Legionella was insufficient. Back here at home, police are investigating after finding a body on the city's east side. Sky 4 was over the scene earlier.
Police say the victim is believed to be a man in his 20s. His body was found in an alley in the area of Madeline and Gratiot. Information is pretty limited right now, but the investigation is ongoing.
New at 5:30.
Station is staggering. We're on the ground in Puerto Rico tonight as residents are being told it may take as long as a year to get the lights back on.
It'll be the first ever legal drag racing event for the city of Detroit, and that's a big deal.
We are the Motor City. We've got a responsibility to maintain that on all fronts.
We'll introduce you to the event organizer and tell you how the Detroit Police Department is helping organize the event.
Tearing apart homes in Detroit. Where do those illegal scrappers come from? In one case discovered by Local 4, he's from right here in White Lake Township.
We knew right away that was our guy.
This White Lake man now hit with multiple felonies, and it was a Local 4 viewer who helped catch him.
Police say he drove in from the suburbs and helped lead to Detroit's decline. Now a suspected suburban scrapper is facing a very long list of charges. It tops our news tonight at 5:30. You know, earlier this summer, we brought you the story of a scrapper hitting houses in the area of Woodward and 7 Mile.
Police saw our report and got to work, and what they discovered was shocking. They say the man responsible drove 34 miles from his home in White Lake to illegally scrap the houses. Sean Lay is live tonight, and Sean, it's really pretty remarkable the lengths this guy went to.
You have to ask yourself, where do the scrappers come from? In this case, Dwayne Lanning lives in White Lake Township, driving all those miles to the east side to start ripping apart Detroit land bank houses. One man who lives on the street, he heard him, started videotaping him, and then put a stop to him. It's a case about tearing homes apart in Detroit that starts here in White Lake Township. Police say this is the home of Dwayne Lanning. And police say Lanning would make the 34-mile drive into Detroit neighborhoods and help himself to a payday by ripping homes apart, trashing them to make a few bucks in scrap metal, and leaving the devastation behind for the people living nearby.
It's detrimental to the community because it causes a blight situation. Incidents like these, they're disturbing.
Over the summer, Lanning and his distinctive trucks with Wyoming plates were caught in the act on camera by a man who's had enough of illegal scrapping.
Things that you wind up seeing when you're just being aware walking through our streets.
Local 4 showed you that video, and Detroit Police Lieutenant Rebecca McKay saw it. When a call came out last week about illegal scrapping at a house off East 7 Mile, she remembered this video.
It was hidden in the bushes, backed into an alley, and I saw the Wyoming plate, and it was the same truck, and we knew right away that was our guy.
It was their guy, now charged with 3 felonies in this case. Police say Lanning was going over to Hazel Park to sell to a scrapyard. Police now paying a visit there to make sure they're not buying any more of this stolen type property. Kimberly?
And so, Sean, what do police think of people approaching scrappers with their camera phones? That can't be a good thing, or I guess it is
That's
in a sense.
It's a good question in this case because they're getting so much material to work with. So they're saying if you can do it safely and keep a distance and don't confront the people, get them the video and they will start working on it right away.
Okay. All right, Sean, we appreciate it. We are following stories from across Michigan tonight.
Let's go ahead and start tonight in Isabella County, and that's where the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says a bakery worker at a Meijer has been diagnosed with hepatitis A. Now, in response to this, the Central Michigan District Health Department now working with Meijer, trying to provide vaccines for all the bakery employees. While risk of exposure is pretty low, officials say they are asking customers to be aware of the symptoms. No other Meijer locations have been affected.
Growers in northern Michigan are welcoming this warm start of fall with open arms. These unseasonably warm temperatures paired with the rain from the summer are great for raspberries, strawberries, corn, and apples. Folks at Jacobs Corn, Maize, and Traverse City say their corn this year has been a record of 8 to 10 feet tall. Crops have been ripening a lot faster, meaning growers may need to adjust their harvesting schedule, but the sooner, the better.
The Detroit Economic Growth Corporation makes a big announcement regarding its president and CEO position.
Arthur Jimison will join the group as the new president and CEO. He spent the last 3 years as director of housing and revitalization for the city of Detroit. In his time here, he worked to complete 1,400 units, involving 400 affordable units since 2015. He will assume his new role in December of 2017. Puerto Rico is starting to clean up tonight after getting a direct hit from Hurricane Maria. The devastation on the island is staggering, with officials saying it could take as long as a year to get power restored. Jay Gray has a look at what's sure to be a very long road ahead.
It is an island that in many places is underwater right now. The mayor of San Juan pushing through flooded neighborhoods with rescue teams.
Anybody ill there? No, you have enough food and water?
As the search for survivors continues across Puerto Rico.
I haven't talked to my mom either, so I'm trying to go to my mom's house. It's sad.
Cell service is spotty at best. Most of the country's 3.5 million residents also without power.
We are going one day at a time.
Those fortunate enough to have a generator wait in gas lines that stretch for hours. While the wait is finally over for a family stranded off the coast. A woman and her 2 children pulled to safety after their boat capsized in 20-foot waves and 99-mile-an-hour winds. A man on board during the storm did not survive. One of more than a dozen killed during Maria. The hurricane now battering the Turks and Caicos. Forecasters say it's not likely, but still too early to rule out a strike to the U.S. mainland. Jay Gray, Local 4.
An acid spill at a mail center in Dallas sent 4 workers to the hospital. A package containing carbolic acid, a chemical used in plastic, spilled, exposing the workers to dangerous vapors. Now, according to the CDC, anyone who breathes it in would actually need medical attention. We still don't know the workers' conditions. That mail center, by the way, has been cleaned up, and the good news is no other injuries were reported. The popular rideshare company Uber now saying goodbye to its customers in London.
The decision came from London's Transport Authority today. They say the service is not fit and proper to hold a private operator license. London's mayor says all companies should be able to stick to the high standards expected of them. And now Uber's current license will expire on September 30th. Uber says they plan to appeal that decision.
So how's this for cool? This weekend, there will be drag racing in Detroit. Anyone can do it. And in fact, this time, police are actually helping organize the event. And to top it off, it's happening at a spot with a lot of room for drivers who just want to floor it. Coco McAvoy is live tonight. And Coco, this is setting up to be a really cool event.
Yes, Sandra, it is shaping up to be a very cool event, and it's a big deal for the city of Detroit. We're talking about the first ever legal drag racing event, and it could be the start of something new and exciting for the city. Illegal drag racing has become a safety concern for the city of Detroit.
It's very dangerous, and certainly it's not something we want to see happen.
What the Detroit Police Department does want to see is legal drag racing.
And when the pipes light up, it's a sound that you will never forget. It's like music. And so to see this come to this tomorrow is really something big.
The Detroit City Airport will be the site for the city's first legal drag racing event tomorrow.
So this vision has been a couple of years in the making in terms of the process of what's required in order for us to achieve this.
Brian Olatunji is a Detroit native and organized the event.
We are the Motor City. We've got a responsibility to maintain that on all fronts.
He specifically chose the city airport because it's most conducive.
You know, drag racing kind of started on airstrips, believe it or not. Way back in the day, there were abandoned airstrips that people utilized. And so there's a couple pieces of symmetry here.
It's about more than entertainment, though. The event helps create a pathway to having legal drag racing throughout the city permanently.
I think this would be the precursor to say to Detroit, this is what we can do, and this makes perfect sense.
And the event runs tomorrow from 3 o'clock until 9 o'clock at the Detroit City Airport. That is on Conner Street. Back to you.
And Coco, did the chief talk about maybe a permanent place in the city for legal drag racing?
Yes, that's really up for discussion, and the city airport could be a spot for that. He said the mayor's on board, city officials are on board. They like the idea of finding a place for permanent legal drag racing, and so he said that's why tomorrow's such a big deal, because it's really a precursor to something like that.
I'm sure they're going to draw some huge crowds. Thank you, Coco. We are now just 4 days away from This Is Us premiering right here on Local 4.
And leading up to the big night, we are showing you the top 4 tearjerkers from season 1. Here's number 1.
Are you willing to lift him to greater heights, even if it hurts? Yes. No. You can stop. All right. I think that's enough. I won't stop.
Dear William, I'm sorry for the pain it may cause, but you cannot meet Randall. This is for the best for him because he has an extraordinary father who gives him everything he needs.
Such a powerful scene.
A lot of people love this show.
Oh, yeah, and you need the Kleenex right there nearby.
You absolutely do. Okay, we are still following the breaking news about Brad Ausmus out as the Tigers manager at the end of the season.
We are going to head back out to him coming up in just a couple of minutes.
And it only took a matter of seconds for the fire to get out of control.
Coming up new here at 5:30, what caused this school bus full of children to just burst into flames and how one hero saved the day. Doc?
Fall is officially here, but you certainly can't tell from the temperature. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, see why the wacky weather is sending a lot of people to the doctor this week.
Okay, Doc, but first they are running out of time. Hundreds of cows rush to higher ground as the water rises. That story next.
On Jeopardy! New at 6.
These are the days of the lives of the Macomb County clerk.
They're property of the county. She said if you take them, I'll call the police.
We'll tell you what the embattled county clerk has done this time that has county executives all fired up.
Okay, Jason, plus what many people don't know about poison ivy and the unique risk it poses even after the leaves fall. That's new at 6 in Good Health.
Hundreds of cattle rescued today in Florida. Rainfall from Hurricane Irma caused a barrier to break here, flooding a 4,000-acre ranch. And look at this video here. Many cows sadly were found dead in the water. Ranch workers and community members, they were helping round up the remaining cattle, trying to guide them down the road to a safer, drier ranch that offered to house the animals. Owners of the ranch, by the way, say this kind of roundup takes a lot of work, and they are extremely thankful for the community's help. In Good Health today, fall is officially here, but you really wouldn't know it by the temperature.
You sure wouldn't, but Dr. Frank McGeorge is outside to show us why the wacky weather is sending a lot of people to the doctor this week. Doc?
The heat and humidity is causing problems for people with breathing conditions like asthma and COPD. Plus, the weed pollen is still flying, triggering those annoying allergies. Here's what's going around where you live. In Wayne County, Beaumont-Taylor is treating confirmed cases of influenza, and Beaumont-Dearborn reports an increase in viral meningitis. Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit is seeing upper respiratory infections, allergies, and asthma, and Beaumont-Canton is treating poison ivy. Over at Oakland County, Dr. Steve McGraw at Providence says he's already seeing the flu along with weather-related breathing problems from asthma and COPD, as well as increases in mono and strep throat in school-age kids. Dr. Kelly Levasseur at Beaumont Children's is treating hand, foot, and mouth disease, and the CVS Minute Clinic in Milford is seeing poison ivy. Next to Washtenaw County, where health officials say a cluster of influenza A cases were diagnosed in college students over the past 2 weeks, plus some sporadic cases. Doctors at U of M report upper respiratory infections, sore throats, and still steady streams of outdoor injuries. Heading to Monroe County, the ER of ProMedica Monroe Regional is seeing breathing problems in people with asthma and COPD because of the heat, as well as children suffering from upper respiratory infections. Dr. Anthony Songo is treating allergies and pneumonia. Finally, in Macomb County, Dr. Tony Bonfiglio at St. John Macomb reports lots of viral bronchitis and wheezing. McLaren Macomb's ER is seeing a large number of upper respiratory infections, allergies, and asthma symptoms, plus some playground injuries. The CVS Mini Clinics in Shelby Township and Macomb are treating cases of ringworm. So as you can see, in spite of the summer-like weather, we're still seeing traditional September surges in illnesses that are related to the kids being back in school. Now, experts are also predicting this could be a very bad flu season based on what's happened in the southern hemisphere. If you typically wait until late fall to get your flu shot, you might want to get it a little earlier this year. Back to you.
All right, Frank. Well, let's head out to Bernie. He's here with sports and big news from the Tigers today. Bernie, though I know a lot of people probably expected it.
Well, you know, here's the story with Brad Ausmus. He's known this for a couple of days, and I guess today they just finally decided, well, there's only 2 home games left, and then they're on the road for the next 6. So he's decided to stay on, but he will not get a 5th year as manager of the Tigers. That decision made by Tigers general manager Al Avila. Here's Avila on Brad Ausmus and why he made this decision.
I came to the conclusion we want new leadership and a new manager, and I'm not going to wait for another week to make that announcement. I think the best thing to do is, and I learned this a long time ago from a very smart man called Jay Leland, once you make that decision, you go forward, you tell your manager, you make your announcements, and you put that behind you, and you start a new process.
So he learned that from Jim Leland, who told him that way of looking at things in baseball. Now, Ausmus was here today. He's going to manage tonight. As a matter of fact, he was very gracious in his comments about this decision. As I said, he's going to stay on for the rest of the season. Ausmus says, and he understands the decision.
I told him I completely understood. Told him if he walked in and offered me a contract, I probably wouldn't have come back, because I think this team, this organization is starting over. They need a new voice. And sometimes you got to be able to evaluate yourself. So when I look in the mirror, I think it's probably a good idea that they do this.
So the search will begin for a new manager. Brad Ausmus done as soon as this baseball season is over. College football tomorrow. Michigan faces Purdue in West Lafayette. Wolverines favored by 10.5. And tomorrow night in East Lansing, Michigan State hosts Notre Dame. The Irish favored by 3.5. Michigan State quarterback Brian Lewerke says this is prime time for the Spartans.
I think this is a great chance for us to be able to show, like you said, the nation what we've been working on, what we've been doing, and what kind of talent we have here.
All right, so that's college football, and don't forget, big pro game here on Sunday, right across the street over at Ford Field. It's the Lions against the Cardinals. Jared Davis, linebacker for the Lions, will not play. He has been ruled out of the game. He's got a concussion. Tavon Wilson also has been hurt, and Travis Swanson also hurt. Those two unknown, but definitely Jared Davis out of the game for Sunday, and that's going to hurt the Lions defense a bit, but we'll see what happens. Kids, back to you in the studio.
Okay, we'll talk to you a little bit later, Bernie.
Thanks, Bernie.
Appreciate it. And
doesn't feel like football weather.
That's what I was just going to say.